our morbid curiosity with interesting shows.
So,
Also coming from
hold on, just to help the transition. If you really like Korean drama shows, you should make sure we also protect South Korea because it gives us things like the Squid Games.
Bam,
No.
bam, 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 bam.
I'll be like, also
Flawless
from
transition.
the Eastern Asia.
There you go. I was a fan of Squid Game.
I like Squid Game.
The best way I can describe Squid Game, and it sucks because you know how when new people are asking about the show and you want to describe it, but in such a way that is to not give spoilers. The only way I can describe it is an adult Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We say a bunch of people play childhood games until mass murder happens.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that you would survive Squid Game?
No.
No.
I would definitely try very hard.
Would you be?
I would have enough confidence to make it to like the third round at least.
I would want to keep the same optimism, but I know I'll be out first round. Psh.
J-Bot!
Hey, J-Bot.
I would not last.
Hey,
James.
J Butt, were you able to eat tonight? Did they wait? Y'all made meals, right?
Yeah.
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 We made her meals.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure she had a home cooked meal and not like eating. But anyway,
And Jay features Meals on Wheels.
J-Bot, please drop your Squid Game knowledge because I know you got some.
Hey, how come we say Squid Game and she just appears? I don't know. That's kind of creepy. What are you plotting on us?
She sensed a
She was
disturbance
waiting.
in the force. It's an easy solution, guys.
you had chicken teriyaki. I'm glad you liked that one.
Ooh.
I made that one.
Did.
It sounds good.
J-Bot, would you win the Squid Game if you had participated? I would want to be optimistic. No, I'd definitely be out like first, second round. Like second round's being generous. But this show is so great to watch because it was something different, right? Like it wasn't something that you had to
It wasn't a remake.
yeah, exactly. Oh, sing mode on who, Snicker?
Oh, you played most of the others they played? That's pretty cool. You know what?
Played
Here.
most of the other.
Did
Call it on
anyone
me.
die during those games? How accurate was it?
J-Bot is very competitive, so I probably would have gotten a panic attack and get canceled. Evie. J-Bot's very competitive, so you know, like if you would have won against her, maybe. Nope.
Whoa, we're all gonna die.
Sorry, I had to let Artemis out.
Whoa, you getting intense.
Sound like the voice in the sky.
Like T-Pain. Oh yeah.
No, you sound.
I was supposed to sound like T-Pain. Okay.
Well, that's auto-tune. You didn't have auto-tune on. You had like the detached body voice.
Oh, like this one?
Yeah.
Oh. Did you want this one instead?
There.
There you go.
The brown
I'll
sugar cookies.
take the sing-song mode from you. I'll just have to lean back in my chair a little bit so it's not too loud.
I know. I kind of want to try one of the brown sugar cookies, right? Like, come on.
Mhm.
So, J-Bot, you now owe us a bunch of brown sugar cookies. You volunteered. Thanks.
I wonder why nobody was licking the edges out of the shapes. Yeah, like I was thinking this. I was like, this is impossible, and it kind of reminded me of. I sent this video to a group chat earlier, but it was talking about the Mexican Squid Game, and it was like the little little La Rosa things that are like circular and they like crumble. I've never had one because I'm peanuts, but they're like, yeah, I'll try to unopen it without crumpling it.
So
I know,
legit,
man.
one of the games would be like eat one of those without a glass of water and survive.
Oh my god, no. That would suck.
And I
Really easy.
really think that the players wouldn't realize they could. Because, like, I'm totally gonna say this name wrong and I apologize. Gi-hung, like, he started just doing it out of desperation, and it wasn't till other players realized he wasn't getting shot that they started doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right? Like that was always the rules. The rules that were stated were very strict, but the rules unstated were endless. So
Mhm.
Anything goes. Like survive, bitch. Like even like the bridge part. I mean, we're getting into spoiler territory, guys. So sorry, Bachelek, but
It's between-
you've had 4 days to watch it. Okay,
but
Man,
the
it
part
sounds so good right now.
the part where they do the bridge and they're pushing each other to like find out if the next one's tempered or not, like that clearly was in the rules, but it was
So-
okay.
No, you bring that up. All right, you open a can of worms there.
Oh gosh.
Oh no. Okay.
That game is the most bullshit game out of all of them because the entire show was all about fairness and equality. And how is that fair or equal to change the rules at the end of the game? So
Oh.
him changing the lights and turning the lights down was changing it, and so it was not like it was before, and it was unfair.
No, but
because before he was at the back, he wasn't at the front, and then once he was able to see and tell the difference, he had an edge, making the game unequal.
yeah. Turning
But
off the
again,
lights at the very end.
But it wasn't stated against the rules, right? Like it wasn't against the rules for him to do that, as per stated. Now, as per the other rules in the game, for them to change the environment and make it harder on the players who are surviving is not fair. Does not stay with the same code of fairness that they were preaching in the beginning episodes of the game.
That's very true.
Yeah.
At that point, it's just for the entertainment value of the VIPs.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
which were
absolutely.
dicks.
I mean, every company has a bottom
Literally.
line, right?
Well, yeah,
That
you know,
sucks.
and that's right. So their moral code goes out the window as soon as cash is involved, even if the game's moral code.
Yeah.
Well, and technically, front man wasn't supposed to be there. It was supposed to be the host.
Or Ilnam.
Ilnam, yeah.
That was the old man, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1. That was something I didn't really expect either. And looking back through all the little Easter egg videos that TikTok's been pulling out, did you guys
So-
expect that?
I was going to say, when did y'all get suspicions of who the head person might be?
I was totally sidelined.
Yeah.
Because so they showed his suit, they showed his mask, but it was just on a mannequin.
Mhm.
And then 2, one thing that was weird was no matter how much anybody else beat or banged on the door or screamed and yelled, they could not care less. But as soon as the old man started yelling, stop it, and was screaming, everything halted to a stop.
Yeah, he knew that he was scared. He
I
could tell that
totally
he was
missed the
scared.
water. Yeah, I totally missed the water bottle thing. That was a new one.
Yeah, there's like a video where they showed a water bottle next to number 1, and it was that scene where it looked like he peed himself to see if 456 would help him.
Not gonna
Which
lie.
kind of like begs.
Mhm.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, kind of begs the answer. Like, do you think that the host, which is number 1, do you think that he went in to help a player? Like, isn't that like the code?
No.
Like,
I think
No, he
like,
was dying.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
How far he would get it.
yeah, the story I got, he was like, I'm dying anyway. And I've watched this for 30 years. I want to compete.
Yeah. But like
That was what I would have.
at the same time though, like he's helped him. Like 456 has helped him every step of the way except for the marble game, which
And
that was
and again,
very hard.
what I was telling Puzzled earlier was that just because he went in, so player one, just because he went in expecting to die, doesn't mean he had a change of heart when he actually met somebody. You know, like he was like, this guy is worth, letting him win. Right? Like I think 456 changed him.
Yeah. And going back to the water
Now-
bottle scene, I remember seeing it and not thinking that that he would like purposely spill it on him.
Yeah.
But it was interesting how he was playing his own game with everyone around him, as well as playing the main game in front of him.
So he kicked it up a notch.
Yeah.
He did.
He went in on expert mode.
He was playing X Games.
I think with the riot, I think the reason that they stopped was one, because yes, he was truly scared, but also two, he had the cry of humanity and it wasn't an official game. It was technically a game because they're like, this is going to be a special game, but it wasn't an official game.
The thing about all the other times where people were beating and banging on the door, they're, like they never batted. That's the thing, right? They never batted an eye when anybody else did anything. But he didn't scream that long. Like it was almost immediately they shut it down.
Yeah.
Going back to what you were saying earlier about how 456 kind of like changed him, I don't know if he did or not, because at the end when they play another game and he's seeing if somebody would help that person, he's like, oh, like, do you still believe in the good of people? Like, to me, like, that didn't signify that he was like, oh, like, I believe in people's humanity now. Like, I don't think that was enough for him. I think it was more like, I'm gonna prove you wrong.
I'm not saying it gave him hope in humanity, but it might have said at least there's one, you could tell that player one at the end, he thought this was a way of helping, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he only ever picked people who pretty much were going to end up dead on the street almost immediately. So at least the whole point of this was giving them a second chance. So I don't know, maybe I just feel like maybe seeing some humanity in that situation, brought him back from the edge a little bit.
Yeah.
Because who's to say? I mean, at the end, the card says meet me at 11:30, and the bet's from 11:30 to 12. So we don't know if the old man called the cops beforehand to come help it, right? Like he was still playing a game with the guy. He still had it all thought out, and it was all just
I didn't
because
consider
he
that.
knew.
Interesting. J-Bot did tell us this, and I think I told you guys yesterday about the red light, green light song is actually a scene about a flower that's opening up. And then I actually didn't know this part, the hibiscus Syracuse flower is the Korean national flower.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
And same, like we were talking about this last week, J-Bot, Peach was like, now I'm going to have to learn Korean so I can see what we're missing. And I was like, we have J-Bot. She speaks Korean. She can tell us, but we can practice with her too.
So we sit there. She watches the movie. We pause it. She translates. We restart the movie.
No, that's rude.
Do you want her just talking over the whole movie? How's she going to be able to process and understand?
No, we learned
pay
Korean.
her for her time.
I'll cook you home cooked meals, put them in the freezer, and go for it.
Here's what we do. We print out a copy of the script, have her translate it, and that way she sees everything beforehand, and then she can just go with us while we watch it.
Just because she's Korean doesn't mean that she's our designated translator.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Wow, okay. Sorry, Peach, you're not a translator for Spanish anymore.
And that's okay.
It's NJ.
Baby
Okay.
food.
No, No, J-Bot, no.
J-Bot's like, food? Okay. Especially
Wait.
if Crazy makes a brisket, because
Ooh.
brisket's pretty good.
What?
Mm-mm.
I made
Dude, his ham's
scones.
better.
Yeah, I made scones yesterday. They were pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
They look pretty.
They're Irish strawberry scones.
Can I have some?
Oh my gosh, this isn't even a topic, but Marvel What If ended.
Yeah, we watched the last one before we walked in here.
Oh my god, so good.
What did you
Guardians of the Universe.
think?
Flash.
Believers.
Viva Las Vegas!
Right. Fucking Thor's tattoo just made the episode for me.
That's right. He had a tattoo. Fuck, what was it again? Was it Las
So
Vegas?
he has a microscope and it says science.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, J-Bot, I got a thing of lemon bars I got to make as soon as my oven works again.
Shit, what happened to your oven?
On the touchscreen, the start button stopped working,
Ah,
but you have to
fuck.
replace the whole touchscreen. So, yay.
All
Yeah,
it
those
shows is an
fucking-
error code at this point.
Those fucking touchscreen digitizers are no fucking joke. Like, they break so easily, especially if you drop something.
I want buttons back.
Yeah, all this new technology is really biting us in the ass.
Yeah.
You know, I just want a vehicle with a carburetor in it right now.